You can't outrun who you really are.
Who are you?
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, bruh.
He's ready.
What's that one song? Reunited and it feels so good. Bruh.
Oh, what's going on, brother man?
It's been a minute, bruh. We've been pretty busy these last couple of days, haven't we?
A little bit.
Too busy to do a fucking show about this magnificent movie that just came out. Like, absolute banger. Absolute banger. Like, woo! Yeah. Yeah. I won't,
Keep talking about it because
We'll get into
still
it.
rolling. Keep talking about
We'll
it.
get
This
into
thing's
it.
still rolling.
Okay. Everything about the movie was great. I mean, from the fighting to the storyline to the design, the settings that they had, like just everything about it, like the way they look, the way they dress.
Talo was pretty cool, man. But
Talal got Pokemon, bro.
I know. Let's talk about it. Let's break it down.
I know you saw the Moltres and the Ninetales
Yeah.
when they hit Talal.
Yep.
I know you saw it.
Yep. Yeah.
I was watching it with the homie. I watched both 2 times. I seen it twice now. The first time I went with the homies, the second time I went with my girl. And both times, the person I was sitting next to, we looked at each other when we went Moltres. And then when Ninetales came up, we fucking just started laughing.
Mm-hmm.
And my homie told me though that it's like Pokemon was heavily, or like those type of creatures are heavily influenced or believed, like in those cultures. So like
I can
those
see
type
that.
of animals, those mystical animals.
I
and
could
shit.
definitely. Yeah.
Things
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
Pokemon's huge. I mean, I knew that, but
I can see that. For sure.
It was dope. It was dope to see though. Just Tao was beautiful. Fucking Morris, bro.
Huh? Who?
Morris.
Oh yeah.
Morris. Oh my gosh, bro. So
You were
fucking
loving it, huh?
adorable. Oh my gosh, yeah. It's crazy. Crazy.
Ben Kingsley
But,
coming back.
oh,
They had to have the token white guy in there. They had to.
why is he so funny though?
Because he's completely oblivious.
He's so funny.
He
bro.
has no idea as to what is. I mean, like he has an idea of his surroundings, but
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying.
Mhm.
But man, let's all right. So let's.
Go ahead.
Okay. Because it's got me thinking. Right, you're super hyped on this. You don't normally go see movies more than once or twice, anyway.
This is true. I was literally just talking about it in our last episode.
So for you to just be like, yo, I need to go see this again and again and again and again and again. Not really like that. But the fact that you like got up and went just a couple days after you had already seen it.
Yeah.
You know, to me, so shout out to the guys at the Chillin' with Villains podcast. They had put up a poll on their Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
I'm assuming they enjoyed the movie. They put out a poll on their Instagram that is whether or not this was a top 5 comic book movie.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously it was a poll, and it was Cap or Facts. And I hit, as much as I hate that goddamn term, I hit Cap. I don't know if it's a top 5, but then that was the thing. It got me thinking.
Well, hold on.
See, because I think you're just going off the hype of it.
Hold on.
So that's what I want to pose to you. See, because again, here,
pose the question.
here
I'm
you
about
go
to get mad at
jumping
you again.
Don't get mad. Okay, so
I'm about to get
don't
angry
get mad.
with you.
Why would you get mad? So you think because I left it out of my top 5, I think it's a bad movie?
No. It's just okay.
So
I guess I gotta hear your top 5. Now we gotta do a top 5. Because now you just make me angry.
But that's the thing is that off the top of my head, and it's not that I disagreed with him because the point that I was trying to get to was that once I hit 4, I had to think about it for a second. But I don't think I hit cap because for knee jerk reaction, no, it's not a top 5 comic book movie. Upon thinking about it, it gave me pause. I still don't think it's a top 5 comic book movie, but there are a lot of people that do. There are a lot of people that are riding this train. It's the highest audience rated on Rotten Tomatoes, which I don't give Rotten Tomatoes very much validity anyway. But as far as audience scores, that's pretty big.
Okay.
It's not their critics, it's their audience. Their audience gave it 98%.
All right. Now, I do see stuff like that. Now, I will give you people are hyped up. People are definitely hyped up.
Yep.
Me included.
Yep.
I'm sure you included.
Oh, yeah.
Now,
I was hyped.
Here's the thing.
So off the top of your head,
if you're doing the top 5, would you say? Okay, how about this? Let me rephrase the question. What comparison would you make to it?
As far as
any other movie that we've seen, as in magnitude,
Black Panther,
importantness.
I was literally watching it, going, "This is an Asian Black Panther."
Okay, see, a lot of people I feel like had that theory. I was sitting inside there, and after the movie, I'm not even lying. I looked at my homie. We looked at each other, and we were like, "It reminded me of Iron Man."
Yeah, it gave those
as
vibes.
In it's about to set. It's setting it off for the next phase. Like, we got Black Widow. That doesn't count. This is like, because that technically was just like a one-off, right? It wasn't has nothing to do with the new storyline or new pathway that's coming up, other than her sister. Correct?
Right.
Finding out who killed her. Whatever.
No, I got Iron Man vibes off of it for sure.
Dude, it gave me Iron Man vibes, bro. We are about to embark on a journey, and this was the movie that set the tone, I feel like. Yeah,
but are you going to tell me that it's better than Iron Man?
It's up there with Iron Man, yes. I would say right now, currently, it is in my top 5. I could easily put it 6 to 5, but I would have to like really sit down and think about the movies, maybe even watch them over to include it for sure. Are you talking
just Marvel movies?
But it's definitely in. Yeah, Marvels. Just Marvels.
I'm talking
what
Marvels.
else are we talking?
No. They said no. I was talking the poll in general was comic book movies. So we're talking across all spans.
Oh.
I'm not talking about just Marvel. I'm talking about...
my bad.
I'm crossing all spans here. Comic book movies, not top 5 Marvel, top 5 comic book movies.
Got you. Okay.
I don't know if I can give it... That's why I was saying I was coming up with my top 5.
Ooh.
And that's why I said cap immediately. Because at first, when I hear top 5, anytime I hear something new comes out and it's a top 5, I immediately say shut that shit down. Like immediately, like, because sometimes people drink the Kool-Aid a little bit too much, right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like looking back on, like you go back and you look at some things and you're like, okay, maybe that really wasn't as good as we thought it was. We were just so hyped on it, you know, as it rolled out.
All right, don't get mad.
So
there's my top 5 comic book movies all probably consist of Marvel.
And see, that's why you just, I mean, you know.
I just went through it real quick, and I'm like, in my mind, I was like, I don't think there's anything.
So, like, you can't even throw The Dark Knight in there?
Okay. Okay. Yep. Okay. I just had to think. See, I just needed to hear some. I just needed to hear some out
See,
loud.
because like to me, like, well, because like I was thinking off the top of my head when I first saw the poll, and I
Dark
was
Knight,
like,
definitely.
I was like, Dark Knight is number one.
But it's more like because of what the character does for you. Like there's like for me, that's what it's about. Like the
Right,
I love the character,
right.
like the actor, like making the character believable. You know,
Yeah,
like when we talk about it all the time, but when Ryan Reynolds does Deadpool, he was born to play that role.
And Ryan Reynolds is the reason that movie works. Like you can't
And there's
put
so
anybody
many of those.
else.
Yeah,
You can't do anybody else's Deadpool. Just like nobody could have done Heath Ledger. Joker.
exactly.
Nobody could have done that. Nobody could have pulled that.
And that's why that movie is probably in my.
Right.
I would say it's in my top 5 if I had to.
Because nobody will ever touch that performance on any level.
Ever.
You just
so like
won't.
that's what I'm saying. So like there's like things like that, and like RDJ obviously
yeah.
as Iron Man. You know what I mean? Like I believe
Michael Keaton's Batman, like that to me, like when I was doing my top 5, like Michael Keaton's Batman is believable to me because
why?
In the same sense that he's just
I probably have to see it again.
In the same sense that he's just a guy. Okay. Right, like we got so even like when you look at Christian Bale's Batman, for lack of a better reason, Ben Affleck's Batman has really only been like the jacked buff Batman that we've had outside of animated cartoons.
So you don't like him because Batman shouldn't be as handsome as those other fellas who's played Batman.
No, I think he should. Bruce Wayne because Michael Keaton's a billionaire definitely should be like a handsome.
Well, Michael Keaton,
portable gentleman. He is ugly. Even in the 80s, he was ugly.
Compared to other ones, yeah, he an ugly man.
It is what it was. But like to me, it's again like you know like okay, so like over time, basically what the comic book community has done, and even what fans have done, is that it's come to a point where Batman has been psychologically broken down over and over and over again, to where people start to think, and even it's written comic book wise, that Bruce Wayne is actually the alter ego and Batman is who he truly is as a being. But in the Tim Burton one, he is Bruce Wayne trying to be Batman. So it's just outside from being a billionaire, he's basically just an ordinary person.
Mm-hmm.
Like when you see Michael Keaton, you're like, there's no way, like he's just a normal looking dude. But then he puts on the suit, and the suit makes him look a little bit bigger. It's got muscle tone definition.
Okay.
And it kind of makes him he kind of becomes Batman.
Yeah, not he is. He just
that's kind of where I was drawn to Michael Keaton's performance.
Because like Urkel putting on the glasses.
Yeah, and he really does play two different characters. Like when he puts on like that, like him delivering "I'm Batman" to that thug in the alley in the opening scene. Like you feel him believing it. So it's like you go back and watch that movie again and watch like Jack Nicholson's performance, watch Michael Keaton's performance. And it might slide back into it because it's different. It was the first time that we had seen. Well, and again, it'll probably be
top 10.
And again, like it's one of those ones that it was the first time they had, because Tim Burton's Batman, like Michael Keaton's Batman in '89, was the first live action Batman the public had seen since Adam West.
Oh, okay.
So it was groundbreaking. It was the first time anybody had tried to do like a dark.
See, like that right there I feel like sits much deeper with you than it does with me. Like the fact that somebody did it. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
For the first time since a long time.
I feel like that gives it weight.
Stays longer with you and not me.
Okay.
I'm not like that. Like if somebody else did it better than, to me, that's the one. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
that'll be it. Like,
no, like, well, no, because I think that The Dark Knight is
Yeah,
a
and, like,
better
T'Challa.
movie than Batman
Chadwick.
89. Like, I
Yeah.
think Heath Ledger's Joker is way better than Jack Nicholson's Joker. I think he's better
Right.
than Cesar Romero's Joker. Those guys were the first to do it, so I pay
But where
homage
you're
and
able-
respect to them.
Right, but where you're able, I think, to disconnect a character from said movie,
Mm-hmm.
I'm not able to do that. I attach the character to the movie, and then that would be my favorite version of said movie or story,
Well, right.
whatever.
Yeah.
That's just
No, Heath Ledger
So, like,
is my
I don't
favorite
have two
live
different-
action.
Yeah, I don't have like two difference
Because
you
I
know
think
what
he
Like,
did
I
it
don't
the
like,
best.
I don't like Dark Knight, or I like Dark Knight, and I like what's his name is Batman. What's his name? Bruce Wayne.
Christian Bale?
Christian Bale. Christian Bale.
Mm-hmm.
I said Bruce Wayne. What the fuck? Yeah.
And see, to me,
Christian
like,
Bale.
again, like, that plays to the same, like, to the Michael Keaton Batman. Like, he's not a big
Mhm.
dude. He's not, like, so when he puts on the armor, it kind of turns him into something else.
Who's the one that plays Batman now? What's his name? I always get the white. I'm not good with white actors' names.
Are you talking about Ben Affleck
Actors
now,
or actresses? Yes.
Robert Pattinson?
Thank you.
Or,
No,
Which
Ben
one?
Affleck. So like, I couldn't say like, even though I like the storyline of that Batman, like Ben
Mhm.
Affleck's Batman, and like how gritty and like how tough he is. He's also
Yeah.
not like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I like that story, but I would never like that just can't be my favorite movie because Heath Ledger just dominated that whole movie where I just enjoy everything about it. And Christian Bale's not half bad either for a Batman.
No,
I don't know if I'm making myself clear. I might be a little
you're not
on
making
the
yourself
rocket
clear.
ships.
We
Thank you
just-
for telling me.
We just talked about. Are you wait? So which? Okay,
Forget
we
it. Just drop it. Just drop it. Let's
let's-
move on.
all
Because it's
right.
not about Batman.
it's not about.
I was just trying to
Batman.
make a point, but I just can't.
No,
Like,
I'm just no.
At
What
the
I
end
was
of the day,
saying
I'll
is,
wrap
like,
it up. If there's a person that dominates a role, a character,
Yeah,
then that character or in whatever movie that that movie,
Mhm.
I encompass it as one thing, and that becomes my favorite thing of said again story or title.
right. So like if
Does
so
that
like
make sense?
yeah, no, I hear exactly what you're saying.
Okay. Yeah.
Like because like to me like it's all actor driven. Like I don't think like if Heath Ledger doesn't perform the way he does as the Joker, I don't enjoy The Dark Knight as much as I do
Okay.
as a
So
whole.
okay, so hold that. Now hold that right there.
hmm
You like Heath Ledger being Joker.
Yeah,
Would
I think
you
he's
want to
the
see
best-
him
I think
in
he's
a
the best
different
live
Batman
action.
movie, not The Dark Knight? Is there another Batman title that you love or storyline? I mean, they're all similar, but you know what I mean. Like with the different, he's like in a different Batman. Like he's in the one with Michael Keaton.
hmm
You know what I mean? Like that. Are you able to do that? Like,
What? No, I don't know what
see,
you're
that's
asking
yeah. I might not be making it clear.
me. Are you saying? Are you saying like? Are you
Just
saying
cut
like,
all this?
So wait, no. Are you saying like if I? Wait, no, yeah. Explain. Wait, try to explain to me what you're asking me here, because now I'm confused.
Like, okay. So you just said if you okay, hold on. You just gotta get these white boys' names right. If you just said Heath Ledger,
hmm
if he didn't do as well as he did in that movie, you probably wouldn't like The Dark Knight as much.
Right.
Now here's the better word. Here it is. This is the word I was missing. Now take the Dark Knight plot, remove it, and throw it to the side. Throw it away because you didn't like it. But you can withdraw Heath Ledger and place him in any other plot or any other Batman timeline or any other blah 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 blah. Would you like that more? Would you enjoy that more? Like if that was an option, or just would you simply do that? Is there another Batman plot that you enjoy more than the Dark Knight plot? There we go.
I mean, yeah. I mean, there's so many Batman plots. I mean, like there's so many
That have
different
been movies.
that have been movies.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, like, if somehow, like, if Heath Ledger hadn't died and he was somehow in this newer Batman, like, as an older Joker, like, he's been around for
Yeah.
a while, and they somehow
Yeah.
were, like, I wouldn't mind that at all.
Okay.
I would definitely enjoy that. But I also, like, I guess because of reading comics and the Joker isn't drawn the same way all the time.
It's true.
And he doesn't, you know, like watching animated shows, he doesn't talk the same way all the time.
Mm-hmm.
It's not, I think I'm able to separate myself from it a little bit.
Yeah.
Like, to me, like, I've never, like, I wasn't like watching the Suicide Squad, or I wasn't watching Suicide Squad and going, oh man, this would be much better with Heath Ledger as the Joker. I was just thinking that somebody really fucked up the direction of this version of the Joker.
Yeah. Okay.
You know what I mean? So, like, to me, like, I'm like, you know, like, Jack Nicholson's Joker is a top 5 Joker to me, but he doesn't touch Heath Ledger's Joker at all. He doesn't even, to me, he doesn't even touch Mark Hamill's Joker in the animated series.
Wow.
You know what I mean? But
that's a bold take, actually.
But to me, like, I don't know. I guess it's because we've had so many different renditions. But again, but kind of circling all the way back, like my immediate knee jerk reaction, I don't know if I could put Shang-Chi in my top 5 comic book movies of all time. Because that is a big. Because I mean, like, when you think about it, we're talking. I mean, like, we're talking the Batman movies, which I'm biased about, but in my top 5, I put The Dark Knight and the 1989 Batman movie in there. But then, like, you got movies like Watchmen, Deadpool. You've got some of the older Marvel movies like Blade. You've got like the Sam Raimi trilogy.
Yeah, Blade.
You know what I mean? Like, you've got Sam Raimi's, and you've got like Sam Raimi's Spider-Man, and you've got Iron Man, and you've got Infinity War, and you've got, you know what I mean? So, like, I just think that there's a lot of options there. I mean, even DC's Joker, like, that might even be a top 5. Like, if I sat down and really, really thought about a list, Joker might end up in my top 5. Just as like a strict, like, if we're taking movies that are based off of comic books, I it doesn't. I don't think it hits. I don't think it hits my top 5. It probably hits my top 10, definitely. But see, even then, I don't think it's
I'd have
the
to
best.
sit down with it. But
see, even then, I don't think it's the best Marvel movie. I think it's the 4th best Marvel movie they've put. Like, to me, like, my knee jerk reaction, 4th best Marvel movie. After The Winter Soldier, Iron Man, Infinity War, Shang-Chi. Like, if I had to make a top 5, it lands in my top 5. But I think The Winter Soldier is Marvel's best movie they've ever put out.
What?
I promise you. Go back and watch. Go back. And I mean, like,
I did recently. I recently did.
And I'm not the only one that thinks this. I'm not the only one that thinks this. There's actually a lot of people. Marvel is, I mean, like, it's probably Marvel's highest rated movie. It was the first movie that the Russo brothers did.
Okay.
And it was the first time that Marvel, like, it was the first time Marvel really went dark. Like, they hadn't done anything really like this that was, like, basically, like, there was no, like, happy-go-lucky, campy, joking, but it was still, like, a lighthearted movie at the same time. Like,
how is it dark? Dark how? Because Captain, or what's his name?
Bucky, like, the whole backstory.
He's a killer. He's like a real killer.
And then even like when you take the
It was a
Winter
violent
Soldier
scene,
story and extend
that
it
one.
into Civil War and find out that Bucky was the one who killed Tony's parents, and fucking Steve has been keeping it a secret this entire time, and you pull back and like in Winter Soldier, like the things that happen, like they show Stark's death, they show the Stark's death. Nick Fury gets shot. They tell like Captain America goes on the run and is betrayed by Shield. Like they totally take everything that you loved about the first few Marvel movies and just turned them on its head. They're like, nope, sorry, Shield's evil. Cap's now on the run. Like his best, like, and by the way, he's
Shield
on the,
wasn't. Shield just had some evil.
No, they were
people
Hydra.
in it for.
That's when you found out that they were Hydra. Was in the Winter Soldier.
Yeah, but Nick. So what about Nick? He was just in the dark about it being Hydra.
Yeah, he didn't know it was Hydra. Remember, he gets shot
true.
and then he runs off.
That's right.
And then they go chasing after Bucky. Like that movie is dark as fuck for a Marvel movie. Like, and then Infinity War took it up to a whole nother level. Like the way that they were just offing people. But
Yeah, true. They was watching
like
too
to
much
me,
Game of
like
Thrones.
yeah, like I think the Winter Soldier is the is the pinnacle.
Even with all that that you just described.
Nothing.
No, not for me. It's definitely not my top 5.
No, because you're soft and lighthearted, and you like that. You like that ushy stuff.
How? I like Guardians of the Galaxy, dude.
That's soft and ushy and mushy.
That's not soft.
Yes, it is, bro. It's all about family. Both those movies are straight family themed.
Peter Mama died.
And his dad died, but it's all based around family because he's got
They
the
found out his
Guardians.
daddy was evil.
Right, but then what happens with Yondu? He realizes who his real family is. That movie is light.
True.
It's all lighthearted.
That
It's
is
all
light.
jokes. They're making
But they
dick
cuss.
jokes.
Yeah.
Yeah, but go back and watch. Yeah, but go back and watch. Like, go back and like watch Captain America.
So funny is lighthearted?
Huh?
Funny is lighthearted? That's what you're saying?
Definitely.
Oh, okay. I didn't know. I guess I didn't know what lighthearted meant.
Yeah, funny and
lighthearted
lighthearted.
was like-
Just yeah.
I thought lighthearted was like an easy watch type of thing.
Guardians is an easy watch.
Like not too high, not too low.
It's all about family, and it makes jokes, and it touches your heart, makes you cry a little bit.
No, I didn't cry.
Makes you want to cry a little bit.
What part? What part would make you want to cry?
Really?
Yeah.
When Yondu's dying, that didn't get you in the feels at all. That didn't touch you at all.
Nah, not really.
Oh man, when he sacrifices himself, and then the funeral,
Nah.
when he finds out who his real family is, or what about when Groot
Right.
Groot goes to sacrifice himself in the first one? I mean, you know he's coming back, but in the beginning, you don't know he's coming back. I'm not saying it makes you cry, but it didn't touch your heart at all. You didn't feel you didn't feel anything. You just watched it and you're like, oh, that's cool. He died.
Pretty much. I mean, it was just like a funny. Like the movie was funny. So I didn't really.
Okay, so then how could you say that it was dark?
I'm not a baby.
But I just was talking about the Winter Soldier.
But to me, that's not lighthearted.
What? I didn't say the Winter Soldier was lighthearted. I said Guardians was.
No,
lighthearted.
it's definitely right. I don't think that. I don't.
Well,
think
no,
it's
Winter
lighthearted.
Soldier.
I just think it's funny.
And that was the first time they had done it. That's what I'm saying. Like Winter Soldier, like I think it's their best movie that they've done.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Maybe I don't know. I'm just not like. I like what I like, I guess. What about Ragnarok? Is that lighthearted?
Yeah.
I'm just a light-skinned, lighthearted ass.
Yeah,
basically. I'm a certified lover boy.
You and everybody else, man. I'm trying to.
Damn, that's crazy.
You're the reason Jaquan makes those goddamn posts.
OVOXO, baby.
Making fun of light skinned people. You
Those
and every
funny
other
as shit. Those be so funny. Golly,
Uh,
you be making me mad. That shit be funny as fuck though.
it makes me so mad sometimes. I'm like, man, come on,
Man,
why y'all got to do this?
I remember one time I showed my brother-in-law one because he's dark. He's like super dark.
Yeah,
Well, not super dark, not like African dark. You know what I mean? Like not like, yeah, like not like actual mother.
yeah, I know
man.
what you mean.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Which is beautiful, by the way. But I showed him this meme one time. And it's like, it was Lion King.
Mm-hmm.
It was like Mufasa Sin with Simba. He's like, over there, that's where the black people. It's like something about light skin and like black skin. And he looked at me. He was like, or I sent it. It was via text. He was like, nah. I felt like shit. I never made another light skin, dark skin joke to that man since. And I'm scared. I'm scared of him.
Man.
Low key, he's quiet. He's one of those quiet types. And he played like football. He played football for the Gopher, like D1.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, so I never say it to him again. I never brought it up again. But there shouldn't be a war, and he's right. He's right. There shouldn't be a war between us.
But you just perpetrate it. You just make it an easy target.
Yeah.
You just did it again. You fucking licking your lips over there. God damn it.
Because I'm a little tipsy. And I'm on a rocket ship.
What?
Yeah. Things are good.
Speaking of, since you brought it up, I love how everybody just forgot that Too Sexy was a song like 30 years ago.
That was 30 years ago?
Yeah.
What made you say that? I am interested.
Because you brought up the Certified Lover Boy album and that song Way Too Sexy.
Yeah. Oh, you're thinking that
and he sampled
people are
it.
Just now finding out about it because he sampled it? Yeah. I mean, you got to think about it.
I just thought it was funny.
There's younger kids than us. Like, we're 30.
I know, but I'm seeing like grown
kids,
men our age tweeting about how like Drake finally made like a bad bitch song for dudes, and I'm like, this was already a song. We've been walking around singing this like as a joke for 30 some odd years, bro. Like,
yeah, with the voice and everything. Oh yeah, too sexy for my shirt. Yeah, we've been doing that. Yeah,
I love Drake. He's super entertaining.
Yeah, hell yeah.
We need to stop.
Need to go.
We need to stop. Yeah,
right
but
now.
We need to stop acting like they're the only ones.
Wait, what you mean?
Huh?
Ooh, we gotta stop acting like who's the only ones?
Like we gotta quit acting like Drake was the only one that did that. Like when when something, like that's what I'm saying. Like when something happens and
that's
something hype comes out, we just need to quit acting
motherfuckers
like
that live in Toronto, or people from Canada, which is a whole fucking thing. So, yeah, no.
I mean, it happens everywhere. Like we see a dunk in the NBA, and all of a sudden, it's like the dunk of the decade. It's like we've seen this so many times. Like you guys must have, like when Anthony Edwards dunked on Watanabe.
Yes.
I love Anthony Edwards. I fucking loved that dunk. It was not better than when Vince Carter jumped over that Frenchman.
Yes. Yes.
like
2009, right? 2009 Olympics.
I think, like let's stop acting like that's all I'm saying. But
maybe not 2009. I can't remember. But yeah, I know what you're saying.
And maybe that actually kind of rounds back into my next point. I don't want to sound like a grump ass about it because I loved Shang-Chi, but I don't know if it.
All right.
Yeah. But let's get back because you loved it.
Enough about how much you didn't like it.
I did love it.
Tell me what you did love about it. How much of it is not of it.
There wasn't a single gripe I had about that movie.
Tell me why you love it, but why it's. And stop telling me about why it's not in your top 5. I don't like it. It's not that good. It's not top 5 worthy.
You think it's a top? Okay, give me your top 5 comic book movies of all time.
Bro, that's so hard to do on spot. But off the rip, Deadpool.
What about the X-Men movies? Spider-Man.
None of
movies?
them.
What about
Absolutely none of those.
Really?
No X-Men's. No X-Men's. None of them.
Not even from the 2000s with Hugh Jackman and Halle Berry? The newer ones are doo-doo.
I know what you're saying.
The newer ones are doo-doo, but the older ones are better.
Mm-mm. And I love Wolverine. I have him on my wall. I love Wolverine. I love Gambit, even though he wasn't in any of the movies, unfortunately. Right? No, he was in one. He was in one.
How can you not like the original X-Men movies?
I don't know, bro. Like, they're good, but they're not in my top 5.
Oh, okay.
100%.
I thought you were saying you didn't like him.
Oh, no.
I thought you were saying you didn't like them. I was like,
they cool.
What the fuck are we doing here?
They're good movies. I have no problem with them. They're just not in my top 5 at all. But yeah, so we got Deadpool, we got Iron Man, we got Thor Ragnarok, we got that's 3 right there, right?
What was the second one? I heard
Thor Ragnarok.
Right. No, I heard. I only heard 2 of them.
Deadpool,
I heard
Thor.
Deadpool. I had Deadpool
Ragnarok.
and Thor Ragnarok. What was the second one?
I think I said Iron Man.
Okay.
Dark Knight. All comic book movies, right? They're in no order, by the way.
Yeah,
these are no order.
No,
Top 5
no
order.
order. Just like across all spans,
Dark
of
Knight.
every single decade, movie, everything you've ever watched.
Fuck. It might be in there, but it's not like easy. It's not easy in. It's not like, but it's working. You know what I mean? It's fighting.
Right.
It's got to fight.
Like it might. Yeah.
It's got to fight to get in there. You know what I mean? Like it's the last spot.
A minute.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I think to me, like it's gonna end up. I think to me, it will end up as like a top 5 Marvel movie of all time.
Because we still got Black Panther. Oh, God.
That's what I'm saying. You know, so it's like I think to me,
it's not top 5. You can miss me. It's not top 5, but it's top 10.
Oh, it's top 10.
7 or 6. It's probably 7 or 6.
So to me, like, oh man, I might have to.
But that's still enough reason to get hype.
Oh yeah, no. I give absolute hype to it. I think it's the best movie they've put out this in a long time. It's the best movie they've put out since Endgame.
Okay.
Easily. I think it's the best product they've put out since Endgame. Amongst the TV shows and the movies. It's the best thing they've put out. Easily. It has so much heart and soul to it. I loved the movie. I was just, I just kind of was like, top 5? I don't know. But this movie was like, this is like over and over watching again.
All right.
This was like,
this
took me back to like, just, old school Jackie Chan.
Right, let's actually talk about facts. Now let's get into that. That you said Jackie Chan. Now, did you know who Brad Allen was at the end of the movie?
I didn't know until later on.
In Loving Memory,
he was the fight coordinator. Yeah, and he worked with
for Jackie Chan.
Yeah, so I didn't know why. Like when I saw it, I was like, "Whoa, who the hell is Brad?"
But when you were watching the scenes, though, on him on the bus, him on the scaffolding,
he reminded me of Jackie Chan. It just, I was watching, I was like, "Oh, this is Rush Hour." So okay,
yes.
Speaking of it, I was watching it with Brad. Brad and I went to it, and when Katie was hanging off the thing, I leaned into Brad and I was like, "Don't worry, Chinese bamboo is very strong."
Bro.
And he leaned in. He was like, "I was thinking the same thing," and we started dying. Cause
me and my dude started shouting "Kata" and "Lee" in the movie theater. Kata, Lee.
It gave me Rush Hour vibes.
We were dying up.
Yeah.
We were in the movie cracking the fuck up, bro.
Yeah.
He's like,
Loved
bamboo.
it.
Chinese bamboo. Very strong. I was dying, bro.
Yeah.
Dying. But yes, every
when he was using his shirt on the bus,
all those stunts were Jackie Chan like, bro.
when he was like taking his shirt off,
So
putting it back
dope.
on, yeah,
Bro, sliding through the fucking thingy on the bus,
Yeah.
bro. That shit was.
yeah,
I was like, this movie's about to be dope.
yeah.
I like this movie's gonna be dope from the very first bus, like from the very first bus scene shit. I was
Even
like,
the
this
fight
movie's about
scene
to
with
be
his
lit.
sister in the cage, I was like, whoa,
She was nasty with it.
they got it. They got this, bro.
She was nasty.
The fight between Wen Wu and his wife, I was like, that was giving me
Yes.
Crouching Tiger vibes.
Bro, Avatar. That's how they should have did Avatar's shit. Just like that. Just like that.
Don't even bring
She
it
was
up.
doing
You're
all
gonna
that
make me mad.
fucking
That was
out the. I leaned
I
over to
wanted
my
to go
buddy. I
home.
was like, this bitch airbending. When
I wanted
this here, I was like, this bitch
I'm-
airbending.
it made me want to go watch Crouching Tiger because that's what it reminded me of.
Got you. Okay.
That was-
I like that.
And she's in, I think the aunt, his aunt,
Yeah.
that teaches him the shit.
Yeah.
she's the-
Yeah.
She's the main character in Crouching Tiger.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, that's so.
So they were like on their
dope.
Crouching Tiger shit. Yeah, that's what
I love that. That's so cool.
Look at
I
this.
love those little touches. I love those little touches. Those little details.
And the dude that played Wen Wu,
Yeah.
this is his first Hollywood movie. He's never done Hollywood acting. He's only ever done
But I heard he's like a huge star though.
Yeah,
like, in
over-
those type
yeah.
of movies. Yeah.
in Asian movies. He's only ever done like Asian cinema. So this
Man,
is his first
this gave him so much exposure, like
Yeah.
that culture. It's so cool to see, and they did it the right way, like they did with Black Panther.
right.
Like that's why I could see why people were giving that comparison, even though I really love the
And that's why I think
like I guess like culturally driven.
yeah.
Definitely was similar to Black Panther, but as far as the movie being something for us to look forward to in the future,
hmm
in like
Oh yeah.
you're like you just get really excited for the future of Marvel when you see this movie
Yeah.
because it gives you Iron Man vibes. And you remember that
Okay.
feeling? Like when it's like seeing Iron Man for the first time, you're like, holy shit.
Yes and no.
Okay.
You got me thinking about it. And I posed the question. Because I mean I don't know what other way they would do this, but what if the post credit scene was not, or I guess it wasn't a post credit scene, it was like a
Mid credit scene are you talking about the Hulk one?
no when
Bruce Banner.
Wong walks in on him at the
Oh,
bar,
when
like
Wong
right
walks in.
right before the
That's just part of the movie, I would say. I mean, I know.
Well,
It's like
no. So like
credit scene, but
I'm just saying, like that scene where they have Bruce Banner, who is oddly back as the Hulk, or who is oddly back as Bruce Banner.
yeah, how did that happen? Do
Captain
you think
Marvel,
the power?
yeah,
was so
Captain
much?
Marvel inexplicably has super long hair again.
How's that inexplicably? It's like months after the event. Hair grows that fast,
That fast? I've never seen.
Yeah,
I've
we're not-
never seen somebody's hair.
Bro,
grow that
hello?
fast, but
Take our hats off.
that fast though, from like, because she had a shaved head, like her shit was.
We are
Short.
in no area to talk about how fast some hair grows and how fast it don't grow, because our shit just don't grow.
I know, but I'm just saying. Like her hair is like inexplicably.
It doesn't
long
take that
again.
long, bro. No, it's not. It's not inexplicably long. It's just like it's like a couple of months probably. And yes, your hair can grow that fast. I'm sure of it. I've seen Christina.
All right.
You're
I'll buy
so
it.
crazy. You're so
I'll buy
crazy.
it.
These
I'll buy
your
it.
mind gets the running, bro.
Yeah.
Oh my god! How many times have you seen it? How many times have you seen it?
Just the once.
I thought you saw it twice.
Oh yeah. My bad. I
This
forgot.
nigga, I forgot how many times.
Yep. But
All right.
that's the thing. Like,
Okay.
yeah, because my mind gets to running because her hair was short.
I do want to know. I don't give a fuck about her hair. I want to know, how did Hulk turn back into Bruce Banner?
Right. So like I just noticed the side details. I just want to know like what, like, wait a minute, why? Or is this just because?
Now, this is where you get upset.
But
now, this is where you usually get upset, is like if they go on in the future and they don't explain that, you want to know why.
no, I won't really give a fuck at that point.
Okay,
I just,
okay. I wanted to
I
double
just
check.
noticed it because to me, I'm watching it, and the last time I saw her, she had super short hair. Now I see her again, and her hair is long, and it's a little bit. She looks like she's been run ragged a little bit. It's not like it's long and neat. It's like long and frizzled, and she looks kind of fucked up. And I'm like, what has she been going through? I'm like, what has she been? Why is he
what's
back
her name?
to normal? And what's
her
Carol
name?
Danvers been going through?
What's her name? Not Carol Danvers. What's her real
Brie
name?
Larson.
You hate that lady, huh?
I do, but that has nothing to do.
Yeah.
But I want to know what happened to her character.
What's wrong with her? Coming back, looking all disheveled and shit, hair all over the place. Like,
It has nothing
so
to do
mad
with,
about
it. Has nothing to do with Brie Larson. It has what to do with the character. Just like you want to know why is Bruce Banner back to normal.
True.
I want to know
For
why
real.
is he back to normal? Because the thing is that she comes on the screen, and the last time I saw her, she was in battle and she had short fucking hair. Then she comes back. Same with the Hulk. The Hulk was this towering green giant with a burnt arm in a cast, and then he comes back and he's back to normal, still in the cast.
Hold on. What is the scene with Black Widow? Endgame. She has long hair in Endgame. Remember when she's on the hologram? In the hologram, doesn't she have long hair in that?
She has short hair because remember he says nice haircut.
Facts.
And then she's got short hair again when she shows up in the thing. So to me,
now
like
that I
I'm
picture
looking,
it,
yeah.
now
I'm
that I
looking
picture that scene again, she does her hair did look kind of disheveled.
and then
Like,
she just takes off out of nowhere. She's like, I got to take this by, and she just zooms off.
Yeah, what does she got to go answer?
You know what I mean? So like, it's not that I'm like mad
that
about
leaves
it.
me wondering, but not her hair.
I just want to know, like, okay, what's going on there? What the
for
hell?
timeline's sake? You want to know for timeline's sake?
Yeah, like I just want to know, like, what's been happening in these in between months that Bruce is back to normal, and Captain Marvel just looks terrible from what she looked like at Endgame. Like in Endgame, she looked like she was in her prime. She looked powerful. She looked good. Had the short haircut going, and then in this hologram, she looks like she's been through some shit, and then she just all of a sudden takes off out of nowhere. So, like, I have questions.
It's in the casual manner that you bring up.
Yeah, like
how shitty she looks. That's what gets me.
That's like, it was like a casual thought that went through my head. I was like, okay, what the hell she been through? But then the other takeaway was, I think it was the end credit scene that set up the bigness, because this movie itself, if you take away the end credit scene, this is a great movie in and of itself that doesn't have any sort of setup to anything. I don't think. Like, I think if you left the end credit scene, like where Wong was looking at it, and he's like, when you activated it, it sent a beacon. I think if there was no MCU, and somebody just wanted to make like a Shang-Chi movie, I think this movie is great standing alone by itself, because it takes place in Ta Lo, where nobody can really get to and nobody knows about. So even though what happened in the movie, the general public doesn't know that happened, because it took place in like a mystical part of like another dimension of the world.
Yeah, it's one of those thankless jobs. Like, you'll never know.
Yeah. So like, to me, like, I thought that piece was fun, and then I thought that I thought that it did a good job of being its own movie, and then the end credit scene, I think, is what really sets up like the big.
Her taking over the 10 rings?
Yeah. No, not
what
her
do you think's gonna
taking
happen?
over the 10 rings. The 10 rings sent in the beacon.
Oh, yeah. Eternals. People are saying Eternals technology.
Oh, yeah, maybe.
Some people. Yeah.
I'll be into that.
Or maybe not even some people. I think my homie said that. Yeah, he did in the movie theater. He's like, I wonder if that technology is what the Eternals use.
Well, it's Cluen tech in the comics. The 10 ring. Oh, shit. Excuse me. Is McLuhan tech.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, I find that interesting. But yeah, I mean, if you think if you really do, like, what are some of the movies that are coming out? I mean, Eternals for sure, like close
Yeah,
in timeline.
but
Well, I guess when does that movie come?
well, I don't know if
Eternals.
it's the Eternals because what triggered the Eternals, what triggered the Celestials was Bruce snapping everybody back.
Mm.
So I don't
Okay.
know if it's. I don't know if that would be the case.
Okay. Maybe it's the Eternals letting them know that they're on their way or trying to like. No, maybe not.
I don't know. I think it. I think it maybe has like a not a connection to, but a like a tesseract.
Galactus.
Maybe. I think it has like a. I think it has kind of the same thing.
Mephisto. I hate when people keep bringing up Mephisto and everything. It's making me angry.
So you remember in the first Avengers
Yeah.
when Thor brings up them who did it when he's talking about how them using the Tesseract has informed the universe that they're ready for a higher form of war.
Your work with the Tesseract is what drew Loki to it, and his allies. It is a signal to all the realms that the Earth is ready for a higher form of war.
Yes.
I think that's kind of the same thing that these 10 rings are doing.
Oh, like take them out before they become a threat type of shit.
Like I think it's like signaling that hey, like these things are active now. These people are ready to go. Like,
yeah,
Earth is ready for now an even higher form of war.
That's funny because you know how I have that thing that I always think like if it's in a movie, then it's probably already happened type of thing.
Yeah.
Even with like sometimes like scientific, like shit like this.
Mm-hmm.
So have you seen? I don't know. Have you ever seen that? It was a documentary, and Joe Rogan was also talking about. I think, but like when the aliens show up, they show up on areas where there's nuclear missiles.
Mm-mm.
So that's what that sounds like. It's like they're coming. They come here to like look at what we got.
Right. Yeah. I mean, it makes sense.
Put your tinfoil hat on. Hello, guys. Welcome to Jump to Hyperspace, where we also talk about conspiracy theories. Please see the tinfoil in front to make your hat. But yeah, that's what people think, bro. So what if that's what they're doing? They're getting it from real life shit.
Maybe. They could be. They could be. That's terrifying. No, thank you.
I think if a conspiracy theorist had, like, some of them, like the drive that they put into searching conspiracies.
Yeah.
If they put all that to, like, pen to paper, they could probably write a really good movie.
Oh, yeah.
If you use some of that talent that you got, like research talent. Put that shit to use, bro. Write a good movie. Do you think any conspiracy theorist has ever written a movie? Not a documentary, but a movie. Yes or no? Random question. Probably.
Sure.
You think there's some conspiracy theorists out?
Or at least like a movie that's based around a conspiracy that they either believe in or
right, but it's not not a documentary like a real movie.
No, the Bourne movie. Oh, like the Matrix.
Yeah. That's true. There you go. Do you think that who's the writer of it? Did you see, speaking of the Matrix, did you see that they're coming out with another one?
Did you see the trailer for it?
Yeah, I did, with Keanu Reeves.
It was good.
Neil Patrick Harris.
I'm excited.
And PH. I'm excited about it, man. That looks good. I think it's a good time to bring it back.
Mm-hmm. So what do you think? What do you think the 10 rings were signaling?
Something like that. Probably the Eternals. I think I agree with my buddy because it's like when he said it, I was like, "Ooh, that sounds really good." And then I sat down and thought, like I took it home and thought about it, and I was like, I wonder, like, if you do think about it, it makes the most sense because we do know, in fact, that there is a movie coming out with the Internals. You know, the technology is pretty crazy. It's all alien. Like, the rings have been around for thousands of years. Thousands.
But do you think they do it that quickly? You know, Marvel, they like to stretch shit out.
They do. But I mean, how many movies are going to deal with this type of time? Because it looks like, again, I mean, if we're still on the same page, it hasn't changed. They're leading up to Multiversal War, right? Yes or no?
Right.
That's what we think.
And we're still
That's
leading.
still our...
Yeah. Okay. We're still getting the Multiversal War. But you can't have the Multiversal War without... See, because this is their new saga. They stretched the Infinity Saga out 10 years, 13 years.
That's what I'm saying. So I was thinking about this earlier. Or the other day. I was like, how many movies do we know for a fact that are coming out? And then, because how many movies did it take to get to Endgame, I guess is a better question. How many is there?
How many what?
How many movies did it take to get to Endgame?
20-something. 27. Like 2 movies every...
No way, really?
Yeah, the Infinity Saga is...
I feel like we should look that up. Let's see.
I'm pretty sure it's like 26 or 27 movies. 23. 23 movies.
Over 10 years.
Over 13 years.
13 years.
Yeah, 10. Yeah, almost 10. Pretty much 10. Yeah, so they could stretch this out forever.
True. Okay, so now let's think. Have they ever done anything like this before where they given you a sign of something to come in the far future as opposed to the near future? Something with the Tesseract, right? We didn't actually see the Tesseract or the power of the Tesseract until Captain America.
Yep. No, I mean, like, I think setting it up was Thanos. I think at the end of Avengers, like, I think they did this whole thing, and everybody thought that it was just leading up to.
But we saw Thanos in what credit scene did we see Thanos before we actually saw him? It was an early movie, yeah, or no?
No, we didn't see him until after the Avengers. We saw him at the end of the Avengers. We saw his head.
He was like, "Because I gotta do it yourself." Or some
no, that
shit.
was the second one. At the end of so, like, for a long time, it was this big thing that we thought we were just leading up to Avengers. Like we thought we were doing all these movies, and that it was just going to lead up to the Avengers. And then in the end credit scene, they show Thanos' face, and you realize that, holy shit, like, we're in this for the long game. And then he shows up again in Guardians. But Avengers was his first, like, that was the first time that they, like, dropped the bomb. And we were like, oh, wow, like, yeah, we're actually in this for the long haul.
Okay, so that was like, okay. So I guess how many
So the first Avengers was 2012.
How many more characters do you think they're going to introduce, I guess?
So many.
To this phase? To this phase?
Yeah, okay. So Marvel Phase 4. Let's
like, obviously nothing big or significant is going to happen until Fantastic Four show up, right?
Right. And that's not even, and that's like 2023.
Yeah. So we got 2 years.
And that's not even Phase 4.
What is that?
I don't think. Hold on, let me see.
I just wonder how long this saga is going to be. I want to know what direction they're going.
So we've got...
Like, do they just do like a short one?
So Fantastic Four is going to be the last of the Phase 4 movies. So we've got... So after Shang-Chi, we've got The Eternals, No Way Home, Multiverse of Madness, Thor Love and Thunder, Black Panther Wakanda Forever, The Marvels, Quantumania, Guardians of the Galaxy 3, and then Fantastic Four. And Fantastic Four hasn't even had a release date announced.
I don't know. I want to
So I
know.
don't think, because Eternals already addressed why they're there. It's because of something that happened with the Infinity Stones.
Right, that's what drew them.
And the Eternals takes place before Shang-Chi. Because of COVID and all that nonsense, the release dates got screwed up.
Oh, really?
And the Eternals was supposed to release before Shang-Chi, and I think before, like, around the same time as WandaVision.
Oh. Then yeah, that theory's a buzz. Why didn't you just tell me that earlier?
But I just thought of it now as we're talking. Because the Eternals takes place, like immediately after Endgame. And then Shang-Chi is a couple of months afterwards.
Got you. Okay. That's what's up. Okay, that's what's up. I like that. All right, bet. So then, who are they called? Who is it calling?
So that's the thing. We don't know. And they could play this out for the long game. So.
Galactus.
Bro, man.
I just want to see him. I just want to see Galactus.
Me too.
Dormammu?
So, maybe. No, Dormammu's gone.
You think he's done? You think they can't bring him back?
I think he's done.
Okay.
Maybe, yeah, I mean, I would say, I would have to say maybe, yeah, Galactus or, I don't know. That's kind of the fun.
Right. All right. I'll do some searching.
Chthon, Nightmare. Could be any of those guys. We've completely given up on those guys after WandaVision. That train was getting ridden pretty hard.
All right. Well,
so
have you seen Kung Fu Hustle?
It's been a long time. He had that poster on his wall. And he had Stankonia on his wall, too.
Hell yeah. That was dope. That was dope as fuck.
Had Stankonia, yeah.
Man, those fight scenes were just so good. I think I was just sitting
on the
there
scaffolding was impressive.
Yeah. Super cool. And the one when she was fighting her dad, like, that shit was cool. Or when they were fighting each other.
Yeah.
She was using the rings and, like, bouncing them off of him.
Yeah.
That shit was dope, bro.
That whole scene. Everything. See, no, I love the movie.
Shang-Chi really is the master of Kung Fu, though. Like, he picks up shit so fast. He is lethal.
Mm-hmm. Dude.
You think he's going to be? Do you think they're going in that direction, like more dark? Because remember when he's sitting on the, like on the snow pile or whatever, and she comes out there and he's like, "I got to kill my father." He's like, "I know what I have to do. I have to kill him."
Nah.
Do you think he has it in him?
No.
Didn't he kill for his dad? I saw the movie twice and still can't remember if he fucking killed that guy.
His dad did, but he did, but like, I mean,
okay. So he's capable.
Yeah, but
don't do that. Get that man. He a killer, bro. Get him his credit, bro. He took a body, bro. Don't do that. Don't do that.
I'm just saying though, like I don't think he's a killer for killer's sake. Like I don't think that he would. Man, you gotta remember, he killed the dude who killed his mom. Like, it's not like he just like went out on a mission and killed somebody and robbed their house and then flew back. Like, he went after the dude who killed his mom after he was brainwashed and then conditioned and trained by his dad.
Right.
I'll let you off the hook for that one. I mean, yeah.
Yeah, kill it, bro.
No, that's just nah. I don't think he got it in him.
You're out your mind, dude.
Because he didn't even kill his own dad. He just subdued him, put the Tai Chi on him.
Yeah, because he knew that the rings were fucking up his mind. He knew his heart was in the right place, but the rings are fucking his mind up.
Right, his dad. Can we talk about that? I don't think his dad was the bad guy.
He wasn't.
I don't.
It was the demon thing.
The whole time. I don't think his dad was the... I mean, yeah, his dad's a bad guy, but I don't think his dad was the bad guy.
Yeah, no.
I can't condone his behavior, but...
He was willing to do it by any means necessary.
Mm-hmm.
Malcolm X.
But I also, I don't condone his behavior pre that either, I just don't think that he was necessarily the bad guy.
Oh, what? Pillage and plundering? I actually have notes. I took notes during the whole movie.
Being a warlord?
Yeah. So he was Genghis Khan. That was dope.
He was.
That was dope that Marvel did that they went that route to let you know like how bad, like how much of a badass he was or how much of a killer he was. I don't want to say badass.
He took his son to a bar so his son could watch how to kill people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I get it. But I don't think he was a bad guy, but I don't think he's the bad guy. Uh-oh. What did you do?
I just got stupid notes in here. It says, it's like, who killed his mom? I didn't see it at the beginning, so it was like something that I needed to see. I went to the bathroom around that time. The fight scenes, he gets the power of Ta Lao from the Great One after his daddy knocked him out. These are my notes. Shang-Chi rides the Great One. Fucking sick. Like, these are my actual notes.
Oh my god, bro!
I want to see it real fucking fun. I'll send this to you. You can put it in the show. But look at that, dude. Fight scene reminded
Bad
me
Boys
of
2.
Yeah, on the plank. On the bamboo planks reminded me of Bad Boys. See, it's supposed to say Rush Hour 2. I put Bad Boys 2 because I was in the movie trying to watch it type. Oh my god.
What? What's scene in Bad Boys 2? Oh no.
Oh, here we go. I should have probably looked at these notes before. That'd have been a better way to go about this. All right, let's talk about the Wong.
The Wang?
The Wang, the Wong, the Woon.
What about it?
What's up, man? Why is he there? What's he up to?
Okay, so now do I look as...
There's got to be some connection between the movies and the shows or whatever it is.
What if it's a variant?
With Wong. It has to be Wong.
Because
Wong is some... There's a lot of connections of Wong lately. There's a lot of...
He's acting so fucking weird between watching this movie and then going back again and watching the No Way Home trailer. I'm like, what is Wong's deal?
Do you think they would confuse you like that
Wong?
After a crazy reveal of all these variants running loose because the multiverse is all exploded up because of Doctor Strange, and like this movie technically isn't in order or something. Like, do you think they would try to do that? Like, I just feel like Wong is just Wong, but he's everywhere because he has the ability to be everywhere. He's also wild. He's a wild man. Like he is kind of secretive at first. Remember in Doctor Strange, like he doesn't really talk as much.
Threw on that. He
when
threw on that
cool,
Beyonce and thought he was.
You know what I mean?
Went to go live his best life, bro.
Exactly.
Nah,
so it's like Wong is just Wong, bro. I think Wong's just being Wong, but I feel like he does have some connectivity, or he is the one that is going to reveal
because I'm saying, like,
what is getting ready to happen. I feel like he's going to reveal what's going to happen in the timeline.
Yeah,
or in this next little flow or phase of movies to come out.
I mean, like because he knows something.
Yeah,
and I feel like him and Abomination were there to stage a fight to keep an eye on what's going on in Macau. Like, I think he's on some like super secret. I think he's just like keeping his eye out on.
You think so?
I think so. I think he's like trying to keep an eye on various, because like you can tell that that's a staged fight between him and.
Yeah, well, you knew it as soon as they got. Say you open up that portal and he's like, you're pulling on your punch or whatever. It's like,
yeah.
Where did they go after they got in the portal? Did you look at? Did you? Like,
no, they're just in a locker room somewhere. Like it doesn't. Yeah. It doesn't really show. It doesn't. It doesn't. So like it
looks like a training facility.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, what is he? So like, he's training Abomination. Like, what are they training him for? But then they've also got him running this sideshow. Like, I think Wong is just. I don't know.
I don't think it's actually staged. I think it's more of a sparring session. And like sometimes you lose, sometimes you lose sparring sessions, sometimes you win sparring sessions, but nobody really gets.
No, I know, but I don't think
hurt.
Right, but the people that are there don't know that it's a sparring session.
True, they don't.
I think he's there to keep an eye on the happenings of Macau.
Or you know what? I don't know. Maybe they do.
I don't think so.
They're betting.
They're betting on the dark web. You think people on the dark web are going to bet on a fixed fight? I mean, they might.
It's not fixed, though. It's just a sparring session.
But that's the same thing. They're there to see fights. Like you saw the fights in the cages. Those were real fights. Like, I don't.
But see, that's the thing. Nobody really knows if it's a fake fight until you get a sniff of a fake fight. And I'm not talking, and this is excluding WWE, WWF.
Right.
But if you don't get a sniff of it, like if you don't have like a sense, every fight looks real. Right? Or no? To me, it does. Like people are throwing punches and people are getting connected. Like you're connecting with punches. I feel like there's no way to fake that. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I also feel like
But it's interesting. I see where you're going.
But I also feel like, like if you're betting on the dark web and you've got people betting hundreds of thousands, if not millions of dollars on the dark web on the quote unquote main event, and people find out that it's actually just a sparring session and yada yada.
But a competitive sparring session, like you can compete
I don't care.
with like a friend.
I'm not betting. Okay, that's the thing. I'm not logging in. I'm not risking my life and my well-being and logging in on the dark web to bet thousands of dollars to see two buddies potentially just spar it out. I won't even pay $70 to watch fucking Jake Paul fight Tyron Woodley. And that's a glorified sparring session. You know what I mean? Like
right. No, them niggas is fighting though.
But like on the dark web, like people that's
I hear what
big.
You're saying.
That's big money.
I hear you.
I think Wong is there to like keep an eye on shit, and I think him and Abomination like were sparring, but I think they were trying to make it look real.
I'm sure those questions will be answered in She-Hulk.
Mm-hmm. And hopefully in Multiverse of Madness.
Sure.
Because like he's just popping up everywhere. Multiverse of Madness, I think.
For sure. You're talking about on Wong. If Wong were to explain, yeah, I can see that.
Because he's just popping up everywhere, and that's the thing too. Like for him, kind of having such an important job, for him to be like maybe running around doing side hustles or sparring sessions for the dark web seems a little not Wongish.
Yeah.
And I know he's not really himself. I know he got dusted and whatnot, and he might be feeling some type of way.
They brought back what's his name? What is his name? He says it, but I always forget. The actor.
Who?
The actor.
Who
played the Mandarin? The actor in the movie.
Oh, Ben Kingsley?
Ben Kingsley. What's his name in the
Trevor
movie?
Slattery.
Trevor.
He was good.
So they bring you Trevor, and he basically is like, he fills you in about like what's like where they're at. He gives them the basics of Ta Lao. Mm-hmm. Or he gives you the rundown of what happened after he got, after Iron Man 3. He basically tells you where he's been.
Got springboarded.
Yeah. And he's like, oh, so you're goofy. Like the jester. It's like, yeah.
Thrilling performance of Macbeth.
He's like, I can do it for you, really.
Dumb.
He's so funny. And then Morris came out, and they're like, what the fuck? They're like, what is that? And he was like, what? And they're like, that right there. And he's like, oh, thank God you can see it too. Had me crying. Now, how does he communicate with it? That's what I want to know. How? How did he communicate with that thing?
I don't know. See again, you just.
How does he know how to communicate with that thing, bro? Do you gotta be a little crazy? Is he drinking the juice? Is he sipping the water at top? Like, what's up?
I bet you he made some sort of connection with it. He's probably been there for a long time.
Yeah, sounds like it. I mean, ever since Iron Man 3.
So
he's been there.
Could be.
That's years, right?
Probably formed some sort of connection.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, when he was playing dead, that had me too.
Oh my God. And then Morris went over there and played dead too?
Mm-hmm. That had me.
Yeah. He's like, I'm not dead, I'm acting. You ought to get down here too. Some shit like that. If you know what's good for you. And then Morris was like, fucking flipped out.
Yep.
Man. That looks like a dope ass vacation spot though. I'd love to go there.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, got the gray ones just in the water.
Oh, those soul suckers.
Oh, that was crazy. What did you think about the Demon Eater or whatever?
It was cool.
Decent bad.
Yeah.
Or decent villain.
Yeah. Something fun, something different.
Yeah.
It was a great use of CGI.
Yeah, it was. It was good.
So, it was a bit of a thrill ride. I had fun with it. They did a really good job with Katie. I was really, really, really worried about that. I had a feeling that might be like the one thing that I was like, oh no.
But I just this normal citizen walking around in the movie,
like as
tagging
kind of
along,
like the comic relief.
Yeah. Yeah, but then she actually got into the battle too. That was sick.
Well, she got into it, and I think
she saved the day.
I think that I think just the chemistry between the characters was good. So
do you think that's why they gave her the most important part of the movie?
Yeah,
is to give her character purpose, more purpose than what it remained to be or what it showed to be.
No, I don't.
She does save the day. Like she's the point. She's the catalyst.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I don't. I don't think so.
I think she did well though. I
just think they did a really good job, but at using her. Like it wasn't too much, and it wasn't like it wasn't. It didn't feel like she was just along for the ride,
right?
To kind of crack jokes,
right? Yeah, they made use of her. She could drive. She's an excellent driver.
Mm-hmm.
Whole bunch of shit. She's learning. She adapted to shooting the bow again to become like the reason to save the movie.
Yeah,
the turning point. She's good. She's funny.
Yeah, I don't know.
I've seen some things where they think that they'll become in a relationship later on, and then I watched it a second time, and I was like, yeah, I can see that.
I can see it.
Watch the movie a second time, yeah. Like
as long as it doesn't get in the way of the movie, I'm cool with it.
Right. Yeah, was she? Ouch!
I don't know. That movie was.
What else?
I thought. I got nothing else. I'm excited to see what his sister does with the 10 rings.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
I'm super excited about that. Because she's thugging in there now.
She's like, let's go.
I wonder if it'll kind of be like the same type of... Well, I don't know. See, I told Brad what I was hoping. I was telling the homie when we had left the theater. Mm-hmm. I was like, see, what would have been a great jumping off point for that is what if the camera had panned out and you saw Taskmaster and the Widows training in the pit. And I was like, see, then you could. I was like, oh, that would have gone somewhere. That would have made. Like, and it didn't have to be just them. It could have been all those people up in there, but you just see.
That would have been cool.
Like, that's where they took off to. That's where they got recruited. Because there is a widow fighting in Macau in one of those cages.
You're hoping to be that's true.
So, like, you could. I mean, shit. You had the chance to redeem a shitty movie, but you didn't.
Was it a widow? Are you sure? She did have like blue navy pants on.
She's credited in the scene as a widow, in the credit scenes.
That's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm. And it's the same chick from the movie. It's the same. It's one of the same actors. So, swing and a miss. That's okay.
You really want to write for the movie, huh?
I don't. I just want them to do Taskmaster better.
You want to be a writer for
I just want them to redeem. No, I just want them to redeem Taskmaster. That's all.
Mm-hmm.
That's all.
This nigga trying to get a check.
Nope. Well, always trying to get a check.
Got me a check. I got a check.
But writing for Marvel's too much stress.
Think so?
Yeah. Jackasses like us with microphones all day long, telling you how shitty your movie was.
Just don't write a shitty movie, right? I mean,
I'm just saying. But that's the thing. I would probably write a shitty movie, so I'm not going to even.
No, those sound like good ideas. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I have good ideas, but that doesn't mean they would translate. I got to draw out an entire 2.5 hour movie. I can't do that off one idea.
You just got to write out because you're a writer.
I'm just going to hire somebody. Somebody can buy the idea from me.
There you go.
But yeah, you swung and missed. Should have put the widows in there, but that's fine. The movie was still didn't make a fucking difference anyway.
Right, the movie was great. Not top 5, definitely top 10.
I'm gonna have to sit down.
This will get the first 5 nugs from me.
You giving it all 5, huh?
I'm giving it all 5. I'm giving it the whole 5.
Oh, he's giving it a whole ounce?
I'm buds deep in that.
Damn, he's buds deep. Oh, shiz nickels. That's impressive.
Thank you.
Shit. I don't know.
And not to mention, young whatchamacallit, young Shang-Chi looked like my boy PK. And I know you watched the show, so comment below.
That
They look just like you. Christina said that, by the way, not me. You can't get mad at me.
There's a part of me that wants to. I don't know, man. There's a part of me that wants to wait until Phase 4 is, till we're out of Phase 4 to kind of stack these movies up. Because it's hard to like.
You could give this movie a rating by itself, though. How? Why can't you? Why wouldn't you be able to do that?
I can't.
You're not comparing it to anything.
I mean, this movie.
Out of 5, you can't give something. You can't give this a rating out of 5. 5 being like really good, and 1 being total trash. But
5 is, but see, like 5 is like perfect, and I don't know if there's such thing as like a perfect. I mean, I would say maybe like 4.8.
Wow.
Maybe like like 4.5 to 4.8, just because I don't know if it was a perfect movie necessarily.
What wasn't perfect about it, Jake?
And here we go.
Here we go.
Well, you asked.
You back on your bullshit.
Don't ask the question you don't want the answer to.
You went almost a whole hour and a half.
No, because you asked the question, and I said 5. I feel like it's perfect, and I don't feel like because if you say 5 for all the things, like it's like is it a perfect movie? I don't know if I could call it a perfect movie.
Well, again, what wasn't perfect about it? Man can't help himself.
What do you mean? You asked the question.
I know.
You asked the question.
I did.
You couldn't leave it alone. I said 4.5 to 4.8, and you couldn't leave it alone. You had to ask me what was wrong with it.
This is true.
And I don't think that there's anything like. Okay, so for me, like if I were to change one thing about it.
Yeah.
About the movie.
Yeah.
Is that I don't think you needed to show the same flashback twice extended times. Because there was a couple of, it wasn't all the time, but there was a couple of times where they like showed flashbacks and we only got to see like a snippet of what happened. And then later on we see like the full flashback from a different view. And it's like it's the flashback like in its entirety. When you could have just maybe showed the flashback in its entirety.
And you're clearly talking about when Shang-Chi flashes back to the time when he's leaving.
To the time when he's leaving with his sister.
And then she flashes back to around the same time.
Yeah, and then they do it the same way too. But
it's two different perspectives of when that time that he left.
When the dad
tells him to go.
No. But then there's another one too when the dad fights his mom in the beginning. There's 2 separate flashback scenes that are from like 2, and I get that. Like that's what I'm saying. Like I get like the 2 separate points of view. I understand the creative point to it. I'm just like me personally, my creative point is I would get that whole scene out of the way. Like when he says bye to his dad, like when he's saying goodbye to his dad, then I would just have it pan out and he's saying goodbye to his sister and then he leaves. But I understand for dramatic effect, you had to leave that because that's part of the reason his sister's so pissed off about it. So pissed off at him. Because then you find out he said, oh, I'll be back in 3 days. And the motherfucker didn't come back for 20 years. So like, I get the, I understand.
That nigga was gone.
Yeah.
First chance he got.
You know what I'm saying? So like
He's on the first day smoking.
Yeah. So like I get the creative aspect behind the flashbacks.
Mm-hmm.
Because you kind of needed that twist as to why his sister was so mad. But also, too, like, again, you could have shown that scene, and then all of a sudden his sister comes out of the cage, and she's pissed at him, and they're throwing hands, and you're like, oh, yeah, she's mad because he said he was going to be back in 3 days. Like, so either way, I think it works. I understand that they wanted to leave that as a dramatic cliffhanger because she delivers it as a big line to Katie.
Mm-hmm.
But, you know, it's like... It's the same thing. It's like, do you want applesauce or do you want just cut up apples?
You are
saying? Like, it's the same thing.
Are you a picky eater too?
Oh yeah, I'm a really picky eater.
Makes sense. It makes so much sense. Jesus.
You ask. Don't ask questions
I know.
you don't want the answer to.
No, I asked, and I definitely wanted the answer. But it doesn't negate the fact that you are the most pickiest or nitpickiest person I think I've ever met. In regard to movies, goodness gracious.
Well, when you ask me and you make me think about it.
Okay. So 4.8.
I mean, yeah. I mean, if you're gonna
because
ask
they did
me,
too many flash.
I thought he was better than this.
No. See, Skip, I know
I thought we could play
there
through
you
him.
go.
We can't
There
play
you go.
through him.
You always try to do that. You always try to sow seeds of discontent.
it wasn't even too many flashbacks. You did the same flashback too many times. But if you think about it though, that's like watching an anime. You ever watch an anime and it's the same? They spend 2 episodes on the same goddamn flashback from 2 different perspectives.
Oh,
it happens.
You're fucking hilarious. I'm so done with you.
I mean, it's just you asked. You made me ask and you made me think about it. You notice how I didn't have a gripe off top. You made me sit there and think about it.
That's so frustrating. Oh
so why is it frustrating? Because you made me think about it.
It's so funny though. Okay.
God damn it, dude! You're like a mid-90s white suburban wife. Man, these jeans make my ass look big. You trust me? You don't want the answer to that question.
Does it? Yes or no?
You don't want the answer to that question. I'm just gonna tell you you look great.
Oh my god!
30 years later, they're making pants to make your ass look big.
So true.
Make up your minds.
So true. I preferably like the newer
Make
version.
up your minds.
Yeah. I like the newer version. But then it's also, if she ain't really, you get her home and she ain't got no booty, and you're like,
this one. Can that be like a crime? You should get ticketed for it, isn't it?
You should get ticketed. Yeah, you should get ticketed. Should.
I mean, I'm just asking. That's gotta be.
You should be able to submit like a picture and like receipts of your date, like how much money you spent, and then you should be able to like put it like online, and then the police ticket that person. 100%.
You guys should be able to get a refund.
Yeah, 100%. You should be able to get a refund on your date. If you ain't got no booty cheek and you like played me though, you made it look like you had some booty cheeks, but you didn't.
Yeah, we might have to have a conversation. You might owe me some money.
I'm owed some green.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I think it works both ways too.
And it's 2021, so you can't pay. You can't. Mm-mm.
Everybody make their own money now.
Exactly.
I'm just saying.
I got a hand. I'll finish up with a hand. I don't need to hit that, especially if you ain't got no booty cheek. Oh man, I just got upset thinking about it. I know there's some young poor soul out there who's just took some chick out,
clapping a cardboard box
with those things, bro. You know how like when you smack the cardboard box on the sides to get the tape to come up? That's what it's like. It's definitely I'm just trying to see it. trying to see it bunch up. You smacking the booty cheeks from behind like that. Nothing's happening. Oh,
I'm never gonna break down the Amazon box to see him again.
that's exactly what that shit feels like. With no hips either. Oh no! Get her out. Get out of my bed.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
So shout out to y'all young cardboard clappers. My man's stupid. He said like cardboard. You're stupid. You said it. I was just playing off of it. But it's you who said it, not me, bro.
Oh.
Man, Shang-Chi was great. We'll wrap it up here. We got some more shows coming out for y'all. We got some special shows coming out for y'all soon.
Yes.
Super excited. We're not going to talk about it right now. We'll wait a little bit.
Just wait, just a little bit longer.
But yeah, we're super excited
Oh
about
my god.
the future of the show. Thanks so much for watching.
Thank you.
If you are liking, thank you for liking.
If you're not liking, start liking.
Yeah, if you haven't, go down there to the comment section. Fart on that like button. Electric slide over to that subscribe if you haven't subscribed.
Thumb exercise.
Thumb exercise on that thing. And if you really fuck with us, bump shoulders with that notification bell. Get familiar with it. Get familiar in those comments, man. For real. Get familiar in those comments. For real. We truly appreciate everyone that watches, every eyeball. We'll see y'all on the next one. It's been another episode of Jump to Hyperspace with your boy Jake, your co-pilots Jake and have you noticed that I always do that with your boy instead of saying with your co-pilots, but then I also add the co-pilot part at the end. Do that every time. I feel like
pretty much.
Because I can't get it right.
Either way,
I stumble over my words. But yeah, with your co-pilots and Jake, Jump to Hyperspace. Y'all have a good one.
Goodbye.